So you got into your dream college. Congratulations! And now you have to find a way to pay for it. The answer to that? Scholarships! And in this video, we're gonna dive in just exactly how you can apply for scholarships. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video from bold.org. My name is Haley and today we're diving into 6 steps on how you can apply for your next scholarship. Which leads us to step number 1, finding your scholarship strategy. And with this, you basically want to decide on how exactly you're going to source your scholarships. There are pretty much 3 options for this. Number 1, scholarships provided through your school. Number 2, scholarships provided locally. And number 3, scholarships from other outside providers. So scholarships provided through your school is pretty much as it sounds. There are scholarships provided through your school, and they're usually able to be sourced on your scholarships website. And local scholarships are also pretty self-explanatory. There are just scholarships that are provided locally, like in your community, in your town, in your state, like statewide scholarships, town scholarships, like things like that. And outside scholarships are just other scholarship offerings outside of local and what your school provides. So basically, bold.org would fit into this category. And fun fact, bold.org is the largest independent scholarship provider in the whole country, so you definitely want to check it out. And once you've found your scholarship strategy, that leads us to step number 2, which is to browse available scholarships. So basically, you want to look through the 3 options that we mentioned in step 1 and see what's available for you. And not only what's available, but look for scholarships that you are actually eligible to apply for. You definitely don't want to apply for a scholarship that you're not eligible because 1, that's a waste of your time, and 2, you're not gonna win. And if you decided to utilize bold.org for your scholarship strategy, there are so many different ways you can browse through all of our scholarships because there are a ton on the website. You can filter scholarships by education level, by categories such as the arts or sciences or cooking scholarships or students in STEM. We have a ton of different categories. You could also filter them by status. So you could actually see what scholarships are open, which ones are in review, and which ones are actually awarded. And quick fun fact, you actually can see each and every winner's essay on bold.org. If you filter scholarships by status and click awarded, click into the scholarship, scroll all the way down, and you can see the winning essay. And this is super helpful just so you can get the feel for what a winning scholarship essay looks like. And if you want some more tips on how to write a winning essay, you could check out our last video by clicking right up here right now. So once you browse through all of the available scholarships, that leads us to step number 3, which is find your best fitting scholarship opportunities. So there are literally so many different types of scholarships out there, but the most important thing with this step is to find scholarships that are the least competitive. Because obviously, if a scholarship is super competitive, the chances of you winning are down here. But if it's less competitive, the chances of you winning are a little bit more like here. So what is an example of a competitive scholarship? Right off the bat, we would say no essay scholarships are the most competitive. Why? Because you don't have to write an essay to enter them. And let's be honest, who actually enjoys writing an essay? Exactly, not many people. So with no essay scholarships, especially if they're broad and open to all students, they're gonna have thousands upon thousands of applicants, and the chances of you winning are slim. Of course, students do win these, but again, the chances are very low. Now, an example of a less competitive scholarship are scholarships that are more geared towards your likes, interest, majors. Like for example, if you are a STEM student, it would be more helpful to find scholarships that are geared towards students in STEM. Or if you're a marketing student, scholarships for marketing. Or if you are an art student or a dance student, scholarships that actually meet those majors. So these scholarships are typically open to a much more specific group of students, which makes your chances of winning higher. Anything that sets you apart from a broad group of students is a scholarship you want to be applying for. So although we do encourage you to apply for as many scholarships as possible, whether it be competitive scholarships or less competitive scholarships, we do encourage you to put your focus mostly on these less competitive and more specific scholarships because you want your chances to be, a little up there. So once you find the scholarships that are best suited for you, it is time for step number 4, which is utilize your profile. So applying to scholarships is honestly only half the battle, especially on bold.org. On bold.org, there's what is called your profile, your bold.org profile. And this is your time to shine. So what a lot of students don't know is when the scholarship committee is looking over your essay, they will also look over your bold.org profile to see a little bit more about you outside of the scholarship scholarship. So your bold.org profile just gives all in all the scholarship committee a better idea of who you are, but this is your time to shine, and they're not gonna know more about who you are unless you fill out your profile. One of the biggest mistakes that a lot of students make is either keep their profile completely blank or hardly fill it out at all. And that's like really not a good idea because, for example, let's just say the scholarship committee is looking over some scholarship essays and they find two that are really amazing, and they cannot seem to choose a winner because both essays are just superb. Perfect. What are they gonna do now? They're gonna go to your bold.org profile and see a little bit more about you and then choose a winner from there. Whoever has the strongest and more bold profile is probably gonna take the cake on this one. So on your bold profile, you wanna share your experiences in and out of school, your passions, your hobby, your career goals, literally anything you can. Even if you have a question like, oh, should I add this? Add it. Just add it, because the more the merrier, especially when it's all about you. This is your time to brag and shine, because whatever you can't say in your essay, you could say in your bold.org profile. And it's also very helpful to gain those bold points, because the more bold points you have, the more exclusive scholarship opportunities you're gonna get. So once you've filled out your bold.org profile and it is looking marvelous, it is time for step number 5, which is to put effort into your scholarship essays. Especially on bold.org, essays are actually pretty short and there is typically a word count that you have to stay in. Make sure you stay in that word count, because if the essay asks for 500 words or less, don't go over 500. Because if you go over 500, the scholarship committee is going to be like, what is this novel I am reading in front of me? It's only a 500-word essay. So make sure you're definitely reading the instructions, staying in the essay guidelines, and putting a lot of effort into your essay. Be sure to stay on topic, proofread, and make yourself stand out. Don't write about what you think the scholarship committee wants to hear. Remember to stay true and authentic to yourself. Also, the earlier you apply, the better. So right when a scholarship drops, you gotta apply for that right away. Remember, the scholarship committees are constantly circling through and reading all these essays, even if the due date isn't there. If you apply early, your essay is gonna be seen really early on, and the earlier you apply, the fewer applicants there are, which means the less competition for you and the better chance you have to stand out and shine to our scholarship committee. So once you put in all that effort and write that essay, it is time for step number 6, which is to draft and submit your essay. And this is also another reason why we advise you guys to apply as early as possible, because if you don't wait to the last minute, it gives you so much time to really be able to revise your essay and write a rough draft and keep revising it until you know it is perfecto. So once you've given yourself enough time to make revisions yourself, you also want to have a teacher or a friend or someone close to you look over it, just so you can have a different perspective on your essay. And also, before you submit your essay, you definitely want to double check, triple check, quadruple check the essay requirements, because some of these scholarships aren't even essays at all. Some of our scholarships ask for videos or a link to your work, or no essay at all. Make sure you're looking at these requirements and make sure you're meeting every single one of these requirements, because if you don't do it correctly, chances are you're not gonna win the scholarship. But also, we're gonna know if you carefully read the instructions and followed the steps or not. So, all in all, make sure you're submitting the right thing. So those are all the 6 tips we have for you guys today. And also remember, if you haven't signed up to bold.org, go ahead and head to bold.org now, create your applicant profile, because once you do, you will gain access to hundreds of thousands of dollars in exclusive scholarships, so you don't want to miss out on this. And remember everyone, the scholarship game is really not an easy one. You're not going to be ever guaranteed to win a scholarship, but the best you can do is keep applying and keep trying and never give up, and believe in yourself, because we believe in you.